welcome to this video for Physical Edge. I'm talking today to Senan Haddad, who is a first-time Ironman. He completed his Switzerland Ironman 2 weeks ago. Senan,
Hi Rhys.
done? How does it feel to be an Ironman?
Done and dusted. It feels absolutely amazing, mate. I knew it would feel good, but just doing the whole experience and the actual race itself, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Like, amazing people out there. Everything just went perfect. A few hiccups on the way over the weekend, but overall it was all part of it, and it made the weekend a special one.
So you've joined the Ironman club. You're now a certified member. Is it everything that you thought it would be? Being an Ironman.
Being an Ironman, it's absolutely. It's just you feel like this is like the fittest I've ever been. Not only that, mentally you're so strong. Like just going through the race, finishing it. It's unbelievable experience, and like now leading, like from that you can just build on it. Great and amazing things. So it's definitely something I'd recommend.
You're looking quite fit right now, sitting 2 weeks after your Ironman. It's a big transformation over the last 6 months that you've been training.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the race, the 2 days, Friday, Saturday before the Ironman. How did that go for you?
There was like the kind of probably most like the nervous I've been throughout the whole 7 months or 2 years. I've been kind of thinking about Ironman. It's just because when you kind of get on that flight to Switzerland, everything's starting to happen quickly. Like you're starting to pack your clothes, you're starting to pack your bike. All of that is starting to think this is actually going to go ahead and happen. And there's like 2 days to go. You get to Zurich, kind of settle down in there. The hotel we stayed at, they had like a car park, and they closed some of it off for cyclists and Ironman triathletes. So you're kind of seeing the whole kind of what's happening around it, and then you go to the village, and it's just great. They're doing like mini races on there, and you just feel the crowds, the vibe around the city, and it's, I don't know, it makes you, I want to do this now. Unfortunately on the Friday I built my bike up, I unpacked it, went for a bike ride. It was chucking it down with rain. I was really careful, like roads, obviously different sides of the road, and traffic and stuff. I'm not used to the city. I was careful. Finished my bike ride like an hour or so just to kind of test the bike. Went back to the hotel. As I was going down the ramp, I hit one of the drains, which was like in the direction of travel. The front wheel went into the drain, went over the handlebars, scratched my hands, my knee. No, like the injuries wasn't too bothered about. It was mainly the bike itself and just the shock when you go down, because I've been training all winter and I never went down or fell off my bike. And then just that shock really of what has happened. And then you look at the bike and it's a wreck. Like it's not a wreck, but everything was, the wheels weren't turning, the gears weren't shifting, the brakes weren't working, and you're just thinking. And the back of mind is like, I've got a race in a day, and I was like, all right. I didn't look at the bike, just turned away, like just wiped my, like, there was a bit of blood on my hand, wiped it down. I thought, all right, carried my bike into the garage out of the rain. Took a deep breath in. I was like, all right, let's try and sort this out. I slowly kind of came back. The cables were pulled because the handlebars were bent, or the shifters were bent. So slowly it all came back to life. And then I took it around the car park. It didn't seem too bad. The gears were skipping a little bit. But I adjusted them and it seemed to be working alright. So I left it, parked it, went home, had a shower. Was the hotel, had a shower, calmed down a bit. And then the next day I went out for a big ride, just on the hills, just to make sure the gears are really working, just to kind of push it and make sure everything's working alright. And it was okay. There was a race that morning, so I just jumped on the bike course for a bit, cycled with a competitors, but yeah, it went alright. So that was, then at that point I was back, like my confidence came back on. I went for a swim as well in the lake, that went really good. The sun was shining, everything, a few races around me. It was, yeah, it was heading to a good race, I think.
So carrying your bike the day before the race isn't a good start.
It's
But
not.
what was your psychology before the race? Like standing at the start line, what was it like for you?
On race day.
On race day.
Like you see on videos, like 2,000 people lining up on the lake. You know what it's like. And it's just the build, that 5 minutes, the build up. You hear the music, I still hear the music in the background. The announcer just talking, and the best thing about it was the announcer said, "Oh, who's first time Ironman?" And I lift your hand, and I lifted my hand, and people obviously look around you, and everyone's like, "Yeah, good luck, good luck." And that was a really, really good touch from them, and from everyone obviously, Ironman triathletes around me.
What was the number of first time Ironman athletes? Do you think percentage?
Percentage, I'd say about 40 to 50% of them. There's a lot of them, probably around the 40 mark. There's a lot of first time Ironman triathletes out there, and most of the people I speak to, they're all first timers. Like on the Saturday I was talking to a lot of people, and they're all first timers, and a lot of them from around there. One guy was from Richmond, yeah, most of them first time triathletes.
So I can imagine there'd be some pretty nervous Ironman athletes on that start line. So being nervous, maybe a little bit. What did you have for breakfast?
For breakfast that day, unfortunately, normally I'm used to eating porridge before my long cycles or swims or anything like that. I have a couple of hours before my training session. But unfortunately, they didn't have that there. So alternatively, I just had like some bread, just ate that on its own, dry. And then normally I have drinks as well, carbohydrate drinks, which I just keep drinking leading up to the races. And then just before the start, a shot of gel, just to give you that boost. And some, I don't have it all the time, but you can also have like Red Bull or just some energy drinks to kind of just give you that kick start at the beginning of the morning. But now in the morning, and you have that, and that's it. You have the bread or the breakfast. Then after that, you just keep drinking, topping up with cold drinks. Yeah.
So you're standing at the start line. You know you've got a fair number of hours ahead of you for exercise. What were you actually forward thinking?
Yeah, I remember that. On that start line, I was really nervous. I was really nervous. Like even before then, obviously I had my friends around me. You try and kind of smile and keep a joke with them, but like inside I was nervous. But luckily, just before then, because the swim is my weakest event, and that's all I was thinking about at the start line. Just get the swim out of the way and then worry about the rest. Stay with the pack in the swim. You look far ahead into the lake, and the first buoy is fun. Because the day before I was looking at it, they had an Olympic distance triathlon, and I saw the buoy. Oh, this doesn't look too far. It's not too bad. And then the next day, it's like another 100 or 200 meters down the lake. It's like nearly the other side of the lake. It wasn't like that yesterday.
It's a big square. You hit an island. Yeah. And then you have to do it twice.
You have to do it. But I'll just forget it. I was like, all right, just look at the people in front of you and just stay in the pack. And that's what I tried doing. I positioned myself. I tried because of my previous race in Nottingham. It was a half Ironman. My swim was it wasn't a wreck. It was like I had a few problems, like with the crowds, with getting punched a few times, and I wasn't in the right position at that race. So I tried to kind of position myself better in Switzerland, and it seems to work okay. And then as I kind of get more comfortable in the swim, I started to overtake people, try and find gaps and go through them. So I think the swim worked out alright. But leading up to that swim, the
transition.
Yeah. As you take the last corner, you got the final straight towards back to the transition area, and just that last turn, you think that's it. This is the last. Was about 500 meters back to shore, and you feel really good. You just power through that 500, and then before you know it, it's finished and you're out of the water. So that last bit is it's nice to do that last turning and then just head straight to the transition.
And what was your body like coming out of the water?
It wasn't too bad. Like, I thought it would be worse. Especially my back, like, you know, because you're flat out for an hour and a bit on the water, and you're going from that to back up straight. It's you need a bit of a hand just to kind of get back up. But once I was out of the water, your legs feel a bit weird, and then you're back. But after that, all I was thinking about, let's get that helmet on and get on the bike. That's all I was thinking.